What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 24 of Laying in the Fairway. Today's Wednesday, October 4th. Let's get it. What's up, Ken?
Hey, bud. It is the fourth now. We just
It
passed
is.
Mean Girls
Yeah.
Day. I know that's a big day for you. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, the fourth of October. Nice.
Nice. What's mean? I didn't know Mean Girls Day was a day.
I saw the memes today. It was like
Uh,
the in the movie.
every day of my life is Mean Girls Day in this house.
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right? How you been, bud?
Great, great.
Yeah. It's a good thing you
Golf
had
trip.
a yeah, I was gonna say it's a good thing you had a can jam tournament this weekend. You didn't have to sit through the Ryder Cup.
Well, I woke up and watched the Ryder Cup, unfortunately, and
Uh,
that must have been why I sucked ass at Can Gym, actually. It gave me some very bad spirits and put some bad thoughts in my head. And I got demolished at Can Jam as well. I put on a performance like Jordan Spieth or Colin Morikawa and
Brutal.
got swept out of the tournament. I played in we
Uh,
had two tournaments. It was double elimination. I believe I played 4 games of Can Jam, 0 for 4.
uh,
Uh I don't quite remember. There was a keg of beer and keg of light beer, which I stuck to as in my old age. Um,
nice.
don't want to get too crazy. And then they had a keg of IPA, a wonderful beer from one of the local breweries here called Aslan Power Moves, but it's a
Nice.
strong one.
That's
I
a
don't
good
even know if
time.
it's strong alcohol content wise, but it's a strong one. So they ran out of light beer. So then,
Oof.
of course, I had to shift to the IPAs after I already had a bunch of light beer. Um,
Of
which, by
course.
the way, if you have a party now and you get one keg, that sucker ain't lasting more than 2 hours. Like
No.
we're adults
But
now. Let's
any
let's go ahead and get 4 or 5 kegs. Like, what are we doing here?
4 or 5. God
I mean, all right, well, at least two big boys. I mean, I brought beer too in a cooler, which I may or may not have left there, and other people had beers and stuff. But anyway, first tournament had the shanks, couldn't throw a frisbee for shit, was doing the whole arm thing, forgot
Oh
that
my
it's
God.
all wrist, so I was like, dude,
Yeah.
it was bad, it was like pretty pathetic.
Who's your partner?
Just random, it's like random,
Oh,
yeah, so there's like 30, 40 people and then it's just random draw. um but
that's
it's been
wild.
going on for like 10 years, so you kind of like know that it's similar people, similar faces, don't remember
That
any
sounds
names, but
sweet.
anyway, yeah, it's a badass day. Great day. It was like 75 sunny. Only thing better would have been to golf, obviously, but yeah, it was
Naturally.
badass. But I switched to the IPA beers, and then we had the second tournament, and woke up the next morning wondering what happened. It was like, did we win? No, definitely didn't win. Like, I think we
You-
just played 2 games and lost both real quickly. Yeah, but it legit took me like two games to get my throwback. It was like pretty embarrassing showing. I dishonored my family, dishonored my country. It was really fitting just with the way the Ryder Cup Saturday
yeah.
at that point, especially like the way Friday and Saturday had gone. I know how Jordan Spieth and Morikawa and Scotty Scheffler feel now with my
Yeah.
performance at the Can Jam tournament.
When your wife picked you up, were you riding away crying like Sky Scheffler, or no? Were you good? Kept it together.
I was crying tears of joy that I got like 2 hours of freedom and just to
Yeah.
chug beer and hang out with the boys.
God, that
So
sounds
I wasn't
incredible.
crying because I'm a little bitch and lost my match 9-7, or that maybe that was part of
What a
it.
disaster. Yeah,
Um,
let's say you lost
yeah,
everything you lost, man. What are you talking about?
yeah, no, I was still happy. I did try to stay. There was the funny second of like, wife did pick me up. She brought the kid. They had a moon bounce, absolute pro move. Put a moon
Wow.
bounce on so the tournament was in the front yard. Put a moon bounce in the backyard. So all the kids all in the backyard. Didn't bother the tournament at all.
Yeah.
But kids came, moon bounced, hung out. The wives got screwed a little bit. They had to go watch the kids in the backyard. But whatever. You get a day. You'll switch off. Hey, next weekend I got
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we'll go apple picking. Shut
Yeah.
up.
Exactly. So yeah, pro move to have the moon bounce. That was very clutch. So yeah, my wife came with my kids to pick me up, and I had for the split second I had the well, what if I just stayed for the night tournament? Like, because they always set up lights and stuff and play. They'll
Oh
bust out cornhole
wow.
and stuff too, and then usually that's when I win my money back. But um, it was a good thing I left at that point. I'm getting too old. I can't even last past 8 p.m. now. Yeah, had to leave with the
It's hard,
kids.
man.
I put the kids
Yeah.
to bed. I still wasn't a total deadbeat dad, but
Yeah.
it was like pretty hilarious. Where it was just I had the split second, and then I got I think you should come home, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Probably right.
Yeah,
You're
you're probably right. I was a little
right.
cross-eyed right now.
Nice. That sounds
Yeah,
awesome though. That sounds
yeah, it was a
sweet.
good weekend.
Dude, I love can jam. Nothing better than being outside with the boys. Just
Same,
drinking beer and throwing stuff. Like it doesn't matter
yeah,
what you're throwing. Like
yeah, same
nothing better.
concept as horseshoes, cornhole. It's just you're outside, you're
Hmm.
throwing. I
Yeah.
think can jam's probably. I think can jam's more fun because I think the playing field's easier. Like cornhole's like you got to
Yeah.
be good at corn. Like it's pretty specific. You got to get
You
like
get somebody
can
good at
jam. You can
cornhole and it's just
yeah.
over.
Now can jam
Like
if you
good,
get
good.
like the frisbee golf guys or whatever, or a buddy Sam just knows how to just fucking throw lasers.
Yeah.
Then you're screwed if you're up against those guys. But like playing field, you can just knock it in. You get lucky.
Hmm.
It's a little more athleticism involved. Just fun. It's the same concept as golf too. You're just outside drinking
Yeah.
beer, doing something. It's the
It's
best.
incredible. It's incredible. Yeah. You're right. Sam definitely throws lasers because I remember we played Sam and somebody else. I don't remember who can jam it on one of the golf trips. I was like, bro,
Oh
can
yeah,
jam.
Outer
And then
Banks
we
last
set it
year, I
up and
think.
we just got crushed, like completely smoked. I was like, well, that was fun. I'm
Yep.
glad I brought this fucking game. Jesus Christ. Thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
a
I
good old
think
time.
was it me and you? I think
It
I
was
vaguely
yeah, it was
remember.
definitely it
Yeah,
was
I
me and
think it
you
was
against Sam and
Sam and Miles, and
somebody.
we were talking a lot of shit. Yeah,
And we
that
got
didn't end
smoked.
well. Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe I
and
don't need to go to the
probably lost some money.
no, not us. Yeah. Well, on Saturday, like I had a work event. Well, they like rented out the zoo, and we all went to the zoo and whatever. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna miss so much Ryder Cup because we had to get in the car early, drive to the zoo, spend the whole day at the zoo. But then after Friday, I was just like, I just don't even care. Just
Yeah,
don't care. There was a glimmer of hope Sunday morning. I woke up and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have a shot
it
here.
was
There's a
fun
lot of
there for a
red
little
on the
bit.
board.
Yeah,
It was fun.
yep,
It was fun for like maybe an hour.
yeah. It
It
was a
was
fun hour.
long.
We had
Yeah.
a split second of drama until Ricky hit it into the water on 16. But
Dude, wasn't even
for one
close,
split
dude.
second, like you knew it wasn't going to happen, but there was a slight chance. There was like maybe a
Yeah.
1% chance. You're like, oh shit, dude. Like Ricky would have had to flip that match, and then Wyndham Clark would have had to flip that match. But Clark
He was.
or McIntyre was, don't want to say he was choking, but he was getting tight. You could tell.
Yeah.
And Clark, I think, tied it up. And then you're like, Ricky's one of those guys who can get hot. I mean, he won the players by birdieing like
Yeah.
4 or 5 in a row. Like, I feel like a lot of tournaments, he's super streaky, gets super hot, and all of a sudden he's birdieing out. But I guess he was the one that was sick or something. He looked like shit, dude.
That's what they
He
said.
had
He was sick.
nothing.
He did.
He
Yeah.
had no energy. He looked like shit, and he
Well,
played like
that
shit.
hole he hit it in the water, like it was like 306, and he pulled driver, and he was even if he hit it straight, like he hit a huge slice, even if he hit it straight, he would have been like 30 yards short of the
Dude,
fucking
yeah,
green. It wasn't even close.
I asked, I was like, did he hit three? Like, I saw him hit driver.
Yeah.
Looked like a driver. I was like, was that a 3-wood? Because that
Yeah,
was
no.
short as fuck. Like, because
Yeah.
the day prior, or it might have been earlier in the day, I forget. I think it was the day prior. Old ZJ, captain of the year. I think it was it Spieth? It was Spieth, yeah. And their match was tight at this point, Spieth and JT. Um, and you could tell ZJ was talking to him, and then the announcer said it afterwards. Is how I knew, but like he's like, yeah, ZJ just told Spieth to take out the driver or put the driver back in the bag, hit 3-wood, convinced
Mhm.
them. And why is the fucking captain telling anyone what to
Dude.
fucking do? By the way, hits 3-wood. Spieth did the same thing, hit it right into the water. And then Spieth
Yeah.
fumbled 17 and 18 too. It was bad when their match was tight and JT
Mhm.
was hanging
You
on by a
called that
thread.
last week though, when you were talking about it. He's like, he's gonna be like Felton and be like, well, take 3-wood
Yeah.
here, play it safe. You called
Yeah,
that,
I was
and
fucking
he did.
joking. I didn't think the idiot was actually gonna do it. Like, come on, man. DJ, we know you're a pussy. You don't fucking fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so Spieth hit 3-wood right into the water. Same exact thing Rick did. It was short, had no chance of covering the water. But then but Sunday, like Rom, same thing, sliced the shit out of it, but just flew it right onto the green or right over the
Hmm.
green, actually. So when Ricky hit that, I was like, dude, that had to be a 3-wood because it
Yeah.
was like
No, he
Jordan's 3-wood the
just.
day before. It was 30 yards short, like no chance at all.
Yeah. Either he had no energy, or if it was like one of the, like you hit a
Just
Healy driver off
yes,
the
oh
heel, and it's
yeah,
just.
just straight right, like no chance, no
Yeah.
power, nothing behind it. Yeah,
Hmm.
might have been
Yeah.
one of those,
So
but man,
I don't know,
a untimely miss
dude.
hit, man. That
Yeah.
was
Well,
tough.
it was just a bloodbath. Because even after that, like all that red on the board ended up turning to blue. Like the last three matches all turned to blue. It was just
Well,
a total
it didn't matter
bloodbath.
at that point, so
It didn't. It didn't.
kind of lose your
And
energy.
that's other thing about Ricky. He conceded.
Weird concession for sure.
I
I mean,
mean,
he was still outside of Fleetwood for a par. Fleetwood had the
yeah. I mean,
birdie
there's no, yeah.
eventually, but like
But dude, you
weird.
don't concede. Maybe, I mean, he clearly didn't know that. He had to have known. The Fleetwood knew exactly what was happening.
Yeah, no, they do.
They knew.
I think it
He
was a
just
nice gesture.
just waving the
Fleetwood was gonna make
red
it.
flag. Yeah.
I think he wanted to be classy. I
He just
feel like
wanted to get the
Ricky
fuck. He
definitely
wanted to
thinks
get the
of
fuck
himself.
out of there.
Want to get out of there. It wasn't going to happen. It was a classy move. I think it was. They kept talking about the Nicholas Jacqueline
Yeah.
award.
Maybe it'll be
Maybe Ricky was trying to
the
get that.
Fowler Fleetwood
Yeah.
Award for when you're getting your ass kicked and you're just
Yeah.
like, all right, fuck it, we live.
Well, those other concessions were like it was tied
It was like for a
and no one
tie,
was
right?
losing, and like yeah, and like the Nicholas one, it was like yeah, the U.S. It was going to be a tie. The U.S. was retaining the cup already,
Yeah.
and he basically just he gave it to him, conceded, so he wouldn't like have lost. And
Yeah.
missed the putt, and it would have had the bad taste in his mouth. So it's like, yeah, that's a classy move. But
Yeah.
you don't give a putt to like lose the freaking entire Ryder Cup.
Hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but whatever. It was. I mean, they were bound to lose
It
because
was a
2 seconds later,
3-footer,
Shane Lowry banged like a 20-foot putt that would have put him at Dormy
right?
to
Which would have,
fucking,
yeah,
yeah,
and
their
got
match
the
at
half point.
Dormy
Yeah.
to have been a half point. So it didn't matter anyway.
Hmm.
But I mean, honestly, the most exciting thing of the weekend was like Rory and LaCava, and then Rory Saturday night having to be held back. All 5'6" of him being held back by Shane
Yeah.
Lowry. That was what was it? That
Dude,
was so
what
weird
the
at first
fuck,
until
dude?
you started figuring out what was going on, and you were just like, "What? Why is Rory like angrily yelling in the parking lot at 9 o'clock at
At
night?"
Bones, by the way,
The Bones,
not
yeah,
even
but yeah.
LaCava. It
Well,
reminded me
you
of
couldn't
that.
see off camera. Maybe off camera. Look, I don't know
No,
because
he
Bones
said
was just
because Rory said he had to apologize to Bones because he said he was yelling at Bones because Bones was only like Bones that was them coming out of the locker room, and Bones was the only first U.S. guy he saw, and I think guess
So
he
he
was the
just
only one
blew up at
standing
him.
out there, so he just yelled at Bones.
A fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
What?
what a loser, dude. I mean,
Dude.
it reminded me of that meme. I'm sure everyone's seen this meme with the Real Housewives of like uh
Oh yeah, yeah,
Orange County or
yeah,
whatever, some California or somewhere with the cat. And
yeah, yeah,
like they always show the chick like yeah, and then
yeah.
there's the cat like whatever saying something back like
Yeah, I'm sure Bones like walked
and
out. He's
Rory's
probably like,
like
getting ready to like call his wife or whatever, and like Roy's just yelling at him.
yeah, he's like what the fuck.
Yeah, that was total lunacy. But I mean, like I
Hey,
don't. I guess Lacava was just like, "Fuck this. This sucks. I'm just gonna do some dumb shit right now." I don't know what his end game was, but he wasn't even near Rory's
well, so
ball,
what happened
like
was,
in
yeah,
his
like
line at all.
he was not even close to his line, and they were celebrating, and probably went a little long. Rory, then
Hmm.
like on the video, you see Rory come up to him, and it's
Hmm.
like, "Hey, move along, mother." I'm sure he said something
Yeah,
like, "Get the
yeah.
fuck out of here,
That's what I would
bitch."
say.
Yeah, like, and then you could clearly Rory said something to like piss Lakava off, and
And keep him going, egg him on to
and
keep
then
going.
I
Yeah.
thought Joe was like look kind of like a dweeb too though, because then he comes up and like walks behind Rory and like stares at him and clearly says
Tips
something
his
to him.
hat. And
And
the whole tip of the hat thing that the whole team was doing was just so stupid. Like, look at the scoreboard. Like, you guys are
I
getting
kind of liked
murdered
it.
right now.
I
I
mean, yeah, but it was like at the same time, it was like there was nothing else going on in the Ryder Cup. They had to like, you gotta like get some, the juices flowing. You got to get some anger going, some, you need something to fuel you. So
I
I kind of
guess.
liked
I
it.
don't
Like
know.
JT was doing it a bunch, and like, at that point he had lost like what 3 matches.
Maybe that's I hate JT. Maybe that's my problem is he kept doing
Or
it. And I
he
was
was
like,
like
dude, what
0-2-1 or
you're getting
something.
yeah.
And yeah.
You're the worst player out here right now, dude.
Yeah. I thought it was funny though. Like, but like, yeah, it
Yeah.
was like it kind of like it got the animosity up because there was none because we were
There was
getting our
nothing.
ass
No
kicked.
fire.
And so like I kind of liked having that little extra juice in there from that stuff. I mean, definitely was I think someone in our group chat had the reference was like it's like when the DBs uh
Hmm.
like have nothing
I
to do
said
with
that. I
breaking
put
up the
that. Yeah.
pass. Yeah. And you're
Yeah.
just like doing the incomplete
Yeah.
thing and just like, dude, the guy
You
just
get a
dropped
first
it. Like
down. You get a first down, and you're
yeah.
down 30 to
Yeah, you
3,
do
and
the
like,
first down
yeah, it's like,
celebration.
what are
Yeah.
you doing? Yeah, 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 yeah. No, it was bad. I mean, it was clear that we didn't play enough, and they played. The whole team played both tournaments leading up to this. Like that
Yeah,
was pretty
that I think
clear.
so there was a lot of hot takes. I think even like I as bad as Zach Johnson was, it's kind of like, well, I mean, all the captains have been losing in Europe, so
Oh yeah.
it's like even that was a little bit of a hot take about like CJ being a dud, which he definitely was,
Hmm.
though.
He was
Um,
like, just
but
uninspiring.
the point of completely uninspiring. We'll get to him in a second.
Yeah.
He'll have his time. That loser. But the point of not playing, I think, is very legitimate because, especially if you look at the way like Sunday went in the individual matches and like Saturday afternoon, even it was almost like once our guys got back into competitive mode and
They
like
shook the
warmed up,
rust off.
even they
Yeah.
started playing good. Yeah, it was like pretty evident, especially the way Friday went. I mean, and like, dude, it's tough to you can't. It's tough to dig yourself out of an 0-4 hole, and then like
Yeah.
Friday afternoon didn't go much better, and Saturday morning didn't go much better. But then again, like if you took Saturday afternoon and then Sunday, it's like, yeah, okay, we played good. Like
Yeah.
that was like normal.
Exactly.
That's what we expected. But yeah, man, that the first day and a half, or
It was pretty
Yeah,
evident.
day and a half. It was like, yeah, we looked rusty, which so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a legitimate concern and kind of wild. Like take 5 weeks off before the Ryder Cup.
Well, like some of them played a couple weeks here and a couple weeks there, and like Brooks played the week before, but they
And
weren't
Brooks
playing.
played fine.
Yeah, he did. He did. He definitely did.
He
And
demolished Aberg or
Aberg,
Berg,
yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
hell his name is.
I mean, every time they said his name, they pronounced it a different way.
Yeah, he
I have
kept
no
saying
idea how to
different
say it.
shit. Yeah.
They said Oberg
Ober.
at one.
Ober.
I was like, what?
Aber.
I don't see that at all. Yeah,
Aber.
no, it was pretty evident they were rusty. They just weren't in it. I don't know.
I mean, Spieth just had a kid. That should be
Cantley
an automatic
did Cantley get
disqualifier.
married
He only got
last
married
night?
yesterday. What?
Last
What is
night?
that?
See,
Good lord.
he
What, who,
might be a serial killer.
who plans their wedding for that? That's fucking crazy.
Like
Did
all
they
the
get
weird
married in
shit.
Italy?
I don't know. All the
Did you
weird
see
shit
where
he
they
already
got married?
does, and then he got married Monday after the Ryder Cup.
Granted, he played good, so he's fine. He played good.
Hey, hats off to him, right?
Yeah.
I
Where did he get married? I gotta.
don't know. But then the whole thing
I'm
that
looking
like
up his wedding.
him,
Maybe he got married in Italy. Then that makes sense.
even so, dude, do it next week. Like he's not fucking
Oh,
poor. He can
you
stay
know
there a
what?
whole week.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was in Rome.
That's fine. Stay there
So
for a week.
no, I think that's fine. Dude, he played fine. But I think Xander was like good friends with him, so I think he was going to the
Mhm.
wedding too.
I'm
I
sure
don't
a
know if the
lot
other
of
guys were. I
them
saw
were
Jenna
there.
Sims there actually.
I'm sure a
Or
lot of them were there.
so I mean actually kind of makes sense. They're already there.
Dude,
I don't
but
think that's that
yeah, they're
bad.
already there, but
What's gonna
make
be
it the
bad
next weekend.
if
They
he
can
got
afford it.
married before, that would have been bad because everyone sucks ass after they get married.
Yeah, they're
Um,
terrible.
like
But
JT and Spieth.
yeah,
Um, they got married. So this is wild.
that's
They
insane.
got
That's
married at
insane,
a
dude.
5-star hotel in Rome. Like looks very baller, obviously. Interesting strategy though. Like if you're in Rome, looks like it's next to the Coliseum. I bet they got some cool pics at like some places and stuff, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
maybe
I'd get
like
married in Rome. If I'm in Italy, man, you got to get married in Lake Como. If you're that rich, Florence, one of the lakes on the water.
I
Why would you get
wouldn't
married in
know.
Rome?
I've never
Interesting
been
spot.
there. I couldn't name a single landmark other than the
Well, I've been there three
Coliseum
times still.
and the Ling. Well, yeah, I know.
But
I know.
I mean, I mean, Rome's obviously super beautiful, all sorts of cool stuff. But like, you get married at a hotel in Rome, man.
The day after the Ryder Cup.
The day after the Ryder Cup, it looks like a palace though. It's pretty ballers, like marble floors and stuff. Wonder
Okay.
if Rick Ross was there.
Well, anyway, so all the um stuff with like him and Xander. What the fuck is that?
I think it was a bunch of fucking bullshit. Honestly, I think the Europeans were on some disinformation, trying to ruffle some feathers on the interwebs.
Dude, but Xander's dad came out and said like he was close to not playing.
Yeah, but Xander said that he's not liable for anything his dad says. So I think his dad's just. But okay, I mean, probably, maybe. I
And this
mean,
isn't the NBA. Like they're like fucking. It's not like his
well,
dad's LeVar Ball.
could be, could be. I mean,
We haven't heard from him yet. We would know if he was LeVar Ball.
that's true.
Like I don't
Um,
know. You would never hear a story about like is it somebody on the
I
European
mean,
team being like,
okay, so it probably happened, but you could tell like the words were taken out of context. I'm sure there was a contractual dispute, which I mean, I kind of agree with the players on this shit. Would it like, what's PGA America doing with all this cash? It's kind of weird.
Yeah. No,
But
absolutely. No, it's
I'm
absolutely
sure
shady,
it
but
probably
like,
got contentious. I'm sure something was said clear between him and Cantlay about the money leading up, and I'm sure they were told, "Hey, if you're not gonna, you don't have to play." And then obviously they played, so it was probably
yeah,
said,
I mean, it
but it
ended up
probably
being
wasn't like as
yeah,
crazy as the headlines sound.
true, true. I don't
But
know. It just seemed
obviously there was
weird.
some little contentious going on, and not a good look on the American side when like money shouldn't be important.
No, not at all. Not for
But
this, dude. It's fucking
apparently,
3 days of golf. Like,
yeah. Well,
they
you got
play
to
golf
travel to
every day,
Rome and shit. Like all their
and they're still,
expenses, their expenses should be covered for sure. They shouldn't be paying out of
yeah,
pocket for a flight, hotel, any of that shit.
dude. All these
Which,
guys are so fucking rich now. Like, it's a
yeah, but
weekend
they
with the
want to
take it
stay
as it's
rich.
a weekend with the boys. You're paying for a weekend with the boys.
Hey, they want to stay rich. This is work. They're not drinking beer while they're playing. I mean, I
Hey,
I don't agree with that comment at all. It's like
I
the
don't know.
the ultimate golf weekend you can have with the boys that also represent your country.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I think it's
yeah.
bullshit to care about money for sure.
Mhm.
But I also see the point of like, hey, like, why are you guys getting cash? We're the ones fucking playing.
True. No,
You know?
yeah, no, I get that, but I don't know. It just seems ridiculous. But
Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
clearly it shows where their heads were at
in
and why they got
yeah,
demolished.
for sure. And in defeat, like all the bad shit's gonna come out. Especially the way they got beat, like all anything bad that had because when they got beat real bad, was it 2012? And Phil just like roasted whoever
Tom
I think it was
Watson.
Tom Watson.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
like this is a disaster. Like everything that's going on right now is wrong.
Yeah.
And just
Yep.
it was like, okay, so in defeat, right?
Yeah.
But speaking of that, let's just get into the captain. ZJ is just
Oh,
not captain.
now's the time, dude.
Now's the time. He's just not
What a
captain.
fucking loser.
Didn't
And
he?
like, I like CJ, like, as like a golfer. And no, I don't.
No, he's
Nah,
just
never
boring. He's
liked him.
boring
He
as a
lays up on
golfer.
par fives. Yeah.
Yeah, he's boring as a
He's
golfer.
boring. Like, why can't we have like a fucking hockey coach or like a football coach? Like, d-
Yeah.
we don't need golf strategy. And maybe you
No.
have like an assist. You might have, yeah, bring on Davis Love or whatever as like,
Fuck
you
him
know,
too. He sucks.
Freddie Couples crashed me up. Like he was just clearly just like probably just drunk the whole time, just walking
Yeah.
around and just love Freddie. But not necessarily like what was he doing as a
Yeah.
coach? I don't know.
I
Hey
don't
man, just
know.
swing nice and easy, buddy.
Yeah.
But
Boom, boom, boom.
but like you don't need like the players know how to play. They're gonna figure out the course with their caddy. There's no
Yeah.
like the home team needs analytics because they're setting up the course. And but like as the away team, like I don't know, there might be a little bit of analytics or something you need. Like, hey guys,
I don't
this
know.
hole plays better when you hit driver or whatever. Like, you know, but that's not hard information to gather. You don't need
No.
your head coach doing that. But all you need maybe is slight motivation. Zach
Yeah.
Johnson is
Is
not giving you that fucking motivation. The
no.
least inspiring doofus I've ever seen as a coach. Like, let's get a football guy, let's get a hockey guy, someone to just be like, these motherfuckers, they're talking shit about you. They said you can't do it. Rory's over there yelling at your caddies. Let's fucking go. Just
Yeah.
some guy to rile these guys up. Get
I
fucking
don't know.
Jordan to do it. Get MJ. Get
Yeah.
somebody.
I
What
think
are we
Keegan would be
doing?
on the team at least.
Yeah.
No, I think
We got
I think
Zach Johnson. Hey guys, hit 3-wood here on this short par
yeah.
four. What?
Yeah.
Dude. I
I
mean,
don't know. So 2025, it's in New York. You know apparently this was going to be Phil's Ryder Cup 2025. Well, I don't think that's happening anymore. Obviously,
probably
Phil's has
not.
like been
Yeah.
disgraced. I think it's just got to be Tiger, and we're gonna go Tiger, and I think they make it like USA basketball. Remember when in '04 we lost to Greece in the
Yep.
Olympics, and
Yep.
then the next
They
Olympics it
just
was
got
Coach
Coach
K,
K.
and then for the next like 15 years it was just Coach K.
It was just Coach K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your team now. This just needs to be Tiger, and like Tiger
Yeah.
is in charge. And dude, Tiger's very regimented. He's did like the Navy SEAL. He's a fucking lunatic. Obviously, I think he
Yeah.
could be like.
Well,
I
a
think
guy
he
who
could be
can
the
be
guy.
inspiring, who can talk shit
Exactly.
to the guys,
Yeah.
say, hey,
Well, yeah,
get
and
your
I think he
fucking
can
ass in
talk.
gear.
He can talk down to a lot of the guys and be like, "Get it the fuck together." Like Zach
Yeah.
Johnson's not going to do that to
He's the
anybody.
exact opposite of Zach Johnson.
Exactly. And it's going to be. I think they should buck the trend because it's always a different guy, and it's occasionally you have a new captain a couple years later, but it's never like, all right, for the 8, 12, 16 years, like, oh, Jack Nicklaus was the captain for this long.
Right.
So maybe they buck that trend and it's just like it's Tiger's time. And if he gets his game back, he can be a playing captain. Who cares? And just let him
Yeah.
run the squad, you know? Because, dude, I mean, think about like Zach Johnson had a fine career. He won 2 majors. But there's guys on the team that are better than Zach Johnson ever dreamed of being.
Right. Yeah. It's just odd. Yeah. Well, I
You
mean, you
know?
kind of run into that. Well, you had
I
Davis Love,
guess.
um,
Stricker, but like
Stricker.
Tom Watson. Oh, I don't know. Maybe now I'm eating my words. Like Tom Watson sucked, but Tom Watson's a fucking legend. So maybe I'm a little wrong there, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it does matter. Like, I don't know, like Stricker, for instance, is like all world class putter. So you have
Yeah,
like attributes that like people respect and go to you for and go for your tips. Like, what are you going to Zach Johnson for?
playing up.
Hey, hit a 3-wood. We're gonna lay up.
Yeah,
Like I won the Masters by laying up on every par five. Like, you know, that's not
yeah,
inspiring. No offense to
yeah,
CJ, but I think he's probably a great guy. Probably a great guy to hang out with. But I mean, I don't know, man. That was tough.
yeah. It was brutal. Well, they tried. Now I guess he's got to be done at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be brought on as assistant.
Why don't we get Stricker again? Fred
We
Couples been
could,
vice captain a few times now. DJ was
dude.
vice captain. Yeah, I don't
We'll
man.
see what happens in the next couple of years. I still wouldn't rule out Phil.
Yeah, he's got 2 years to kind of redeem himself with the PGA.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna hinge on where his relationship is with current players. So I think some people still really like Phil. I know, I mean, and they might not even be on the team, but like Ricky and Keegan still have good relationships with Phil. Like,
Yeah.
so who knows? Speaking of
I
all
gotta
that,
imagine it's gotta get better with
oh yeah,
the merger and all that.
it's all gonna blow over. But how funny was the picture Brooks took and he captioned it, I make money moves, and it's Xander, Homa, Ricky, and Sam Burns all wearing Smash
Yeah.
GC.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was the first time I thought Brooks was funny and had a good
Yeah,
picture.
that was awesome. That was so funny. I just wish to see like Jay Monahan's face. I was gonna say Rory's face, but Rory just won the Ryder Cup, so he's probably like,
Yeah,
he's so drunk he didn't care.
I would hope
But
so. Yeah.
yeah, I would. Yeah, hopefully he's not that big a loser. Um, yeah. Well, we can get off this. That sucked as a fan.
Was not good. Yeah.
No, it sucked. So you're
But like I
wishing
said,
that
we
that
had a little bit on Sunday morning, and then
yeah. Well,
once it was
it
over,
that
just switched over to football and had a good Sunday.
exactly. It's football season. Yep.
Well,
Well,
besides
hopefully
the
20
Commanders losing in overtime because Ron Rivera didn't go for two, but other than that, yeah.
more victories, right?
Anyway, moral victory
Um,
Monday.
you got the birdie and the bogey of the week.
Well, we kind of already just talked about them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not really. but it's back to the Ryder Cup.
Dive back in.
We didn't actually talk about my birdie at all, Max Homa, the top G of the U.S.
He
team.
killed it. It was
What
awesome.
did you just absolutely killed it? Played great all week. Actually, the only guy really that played great all week. Like Brooks played all right. But Homa played legit good. The singles match got a ridiculous. Like the singles match was kind of sealed the deal about how great he was. We're all homosexuals there for a little bit, and had wasn't dominating the match, but like had the match in control the whole time. It was just making draining putts, just playing great. 18 had a ridiculous lie, which hit like the shot that everyone was hitting. You just kind of blasted out to the right on 18, and kind of hoped it would either stay short of that bunker or get in the bunker. His ball landed like an inch from getting into the bunker in the tall, thick rough that like
lie ever.
Shittiest lie ever. Had to take an unplayable. Fucking
he credited his caddy. He would say he was gonna hit it, and his caddy was like, "Dude, you're not hitting this ball."
Yeah.
That was
Which
good for his caddy.
He could have just hit it into the bunker, and then probably would have had a better lie than he had taking it unplayable. Probably would have had the same result.
They said he could have whiffed it.
Could have whiffed it, or could have caught it clean and hit it straight into the water. So I think that's probably the concern there. Either one of those, and you're just completely fucked. So not a terrible idea. Crazy idea. I don't think I would have ever thought of doing that, but took that unplayable and stuck it to 10 feet. Still had a crazy putt and just fucking drained it. That was so sick.
That kind of gave me chills because that felt like we were still in it at that point. And when he hit that putt, I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
like that's huge.
That was awesome, and that's when that was
the highlight of our Ryder Cup.
That was the highlight of the weekend. Yeah, and that was the split second you go, "Oh shit," because something happening here. Because that's the type of momentum shift you need, and that was the only time something went our way the entire week.
Yeah.
Every other match that like came down like on 18, on I think it was Friday, 18 killed us. Like Rom chipped in, to beat or to tie Koepka, and forget who else at this point. Like that was a key match. Koepka and Scheffler, I think. Yeah, on Friday afternoon, maybe, or maybe Saturday. Well, Saturday morning they got demolished. And
I think it was Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. Or it might have been Saturday afternoon, actually. Whatever, one of the afternoons.
It's a blur.
Yeah, and like that happened. Like there were so many moments like that. Like Hovland made a putt on 18, to tie. Another
Rose made a huge putt on 18.
Yeah. Well, that one
18 fucking sucked.
Well, Rose's putt was like, I don't know, inside 15 feet. Like you knew that one was going in. But Rahm and Hovland's were like, or no, Rahm had a putt. It hit the back of the cup, bounced up, and came back down. But it was like a 30-40 footer. Hovland had a 30-40 footer, just drain them and like just daggers. So that Homa putt, man, that was the only thing that went our way all week. And you're kind of like, oh shit, is that the gonna flip the switch here? That was sick, man. And it was nice. I mean, couldn't have to do a better guy. That the Europeans, the crowd was actually chanting, "We'll take Homa." So they all love him too. They respect his game and I guess him as a person apparently. So I mean that's pretty badass. I mean it's nice to have one of those guys. We have one likable guy, not JT tipping his fake cap. And
oh my god,
I think Spieth could be that guy too, but he had a tough week.
Yeah,
he had a tough week. Having a kid, never a good time to go play golf right after a kid.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yes.
But yeah, so
Homa killed it. That was awesome. Good for
my
him.
birdie of the week. My bogey of the week is Rory. Came off like a complete loser. We kind of already talked about it with the LaCava thing.
He's just
I don't know.
unbearable now.
It's tough. He's not aging well. He used to be the
Why
fun,
not?
like happy-go-lucky kid and had game and hits the shit out of the ball. It was fun to watch, and now
Yeah,
he's like
it's like a bitter old
a bitter
Irishman.
old man. Like, yeah, what? It reminds me of that Shane Gillis skit on his new special. He's like, he can't just have like an island full of like dudes with no like repercussions. You end up with like Conor McGregor, and he's like, like talking shit, and thinking they're cool, and then like that's Rory to me now. He's like,
Yeah,
he's the guy. Like Tiger's kind of like, well, obviously got injured and all that good stuff, and like so Rory's kind of taken over this like role of like the PGA, like elder statesman and like, the guy. And it's just turned out very poorly for him.
yeah. I just don't like him at all. I don't know why anybody would like him, honestly. I mean, I guess people do. People really like him.
He was defending the PGA Tour. He was kind of like the face, and like, there was a little bit of like, he was representing like honor and integrity and like not taking the money and doing it for the beauty of the game, that sort of thing. So I think a lot of the old school like golf fans really appreciated
Yeah.
that. But
That's easy to
then,
say when your net worth is 300 million though, like,
right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then he
And
tells a lower level player in a players only meeting,
just play better.
just
Yeah.
play better. It's
Like,
like,
bitch,
dude,
I'm trying.
everybody, yeah, what are you talking about right now, dude? That's so just out of touch. I don't know. Just play better. It's like, dude, it's easy for you to fucking say. Like, obviously, you're
Right.
good, and don't hold that against you, but you're also worth a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And there's guys out here grinding when, like, just play
Right.
better is not an option.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. But yeah, this weekend really highlighted like what a little bitch he's become.
Hmm.
Um, and then like and Whistling Straits, he was crying like Sky.
For getting his ass beat. Yeah, this guy should
And then
get.
now, like it's
That's
kind of
a
like
notable
this
bogey
weekend
week, Sky
watching Rory.
Scheffler.
Like I, yeah, I had kept forgiving like Rory, um, for his transgressions, and then like this weekend, it was one of those moments where you're like, oh, this guy really does suck, and then you look
Yeah,
back at like everything you've been like excusing, you're like, damn, he sucked for a while, man. Like fuck
yeah,
Rory, and then to top it off, he had the comments of, well, like winning an away Ryder Cup is like the hardest thing you can do in golf, and that's what we're gonna do in Bethpage in 2025. And that solidified. I'm like, all right, fuck this
yeah.
guy.
So he
Like it fired me up.
I
I
hope he
hope you
gets
guys are fired
buried
up because
again.
it fired me up. I'm like, damn, dude,
Mm. And he get
I need
better.
to,
I'm gonna
I
go
need to
beat
get
him.
good at golf. I'm gonna fucking be in Bethpage. Fuck Rory. I'm gonna fucking whoop his ass. I'm quitting my job. I'm going pro at golf. Ah! I'm gonna spend the next year just hitting balls like fuck Rory. Yeah, dude, that fired me up. I hope the guys are fired up, man. That is some bullshit.
They've
I hope
got to
he's gonna
be.
he's gonna eat those words.
Hmm. For sure. Yeah, he's a fucking loser. I hate him.
Yeah, we might have to have Sam on to have a just 10-minute fuck Rory session, or we just
It's gonna
replay the clip from
no.
last time.
It's just gonna be like the weatherman on Family Guy. He's like, it's gonna rain. It's just Sam just being like, fuck Rory, and then just got away.
Yeah, just play the
Yeah,
clip. Play the fuck Rory clip.
yeah. Shit. I'm gonna. Well, I guess my birdie of the week's not golf related at all, but it's just like the funniest thing to me that's going on right now is I guess it's just mostly on Twitter, I guess, but all the Taylor Swift fans going after Big Cat from Barstool for his fucking joke the other day on PMT where
Yeah.
uh he's like, this is not a real relationship till they consummate it with the sex tape. And it was like just the gist of what he said. And then all of these Taylor Swift fans, just hardcore Swifties, are like, you're a disgusting piece
Yeah.
of shit. She will not stand for this. And it's
Yeah.
just like, dude, there's nothing funnier to me than people getting just hardcore mad at just a stupid joke. And oh my God, I've just been cracking up at it all day because he's obviously just like, all right, I'm just gonna just roll with this and just
Yep.
answer every one of these tweets that's mentioned in me. So what a life. I would
Yeah.
love to just have that time in my day just to answer all those tweets. That'd be great. But dude, it was like the real life me, like the meme where she's not gonna fuck you, bro. Like it's the real life. Like she's not gonna be your friend. Like quit being a weird fucking super fan. It's so
Yeah.
weird, but
Yeah.
dude, I've just been cracking up at that over the last couple of days. I thought
Oh
that was
yeah.
so funny.
I was same. I was dying laughing today at a few of those.
Yeah.
Just a lot of I hate man.
Yeah. It's just like what?
What?
Just the weirdest people in the world. Are there worse like weirder fans than like hardcore Swifties? Or no?
I don't know. Roy McIlroy fans, I guess. Who would date Taylor Swift in golf? Is there any eligible bachelors? Maybe that'll spur up
I don't
some
know.
news in the golf world.
Some
She's
fucking
walking around.
loser. Yeah.
Uh, I can't think of it. I feel like they all have
They're
wives
all
already.
married. They're all
Yeah.
married. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
Some fucking
Tiger.
loser.
Tiger.
Oh, yeah. No chance. I was Tiger likes.
Charlie Woods.
That'd be hilarious.
I
Yeah, I don't know. That was so funny to me. I just couldn't stop laughing at it over the last couple of days. But my bogey of the week is the fall swing. 'Cause we're in it. Ryder Cup's over. It's the fall swing. And it's pretty brutal, man. The next 7 tournaments I looked at, I was like, all right, what do we got coming up here? We got some golf. What do we got? It's bad, Kenny. The Sanderson Farms Championship, the Shriners Children's Open, the Zozo Championship, the Worldwide Technology Championship, the Butterfield Championship, the RSM Classic, and the Hero World Challenge. Our next 7 tournaments. So
Yikes.
it's pretty bad. And it's a pretty good thing. It's football season, and it's a pretty good thing there's baseball playoffs because unless
Yeah,
you're like a
Saturday.
total degen, yeah. Unless you're a total degen, just like gambling on this, what are you doing with your life if you're watching this?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It'd be
It's gonna be
a
tough to
huge,
do a podcast.
yeah. I mean, we're pretty big golf, like we're not golf
Yeah, this is
nerds
definitely the low time.
compared to
It's
some
also
people we
like you
know,
kind of
but
like the playing season's winding down, so like you kind of
yeah,
once you stop playing too, you're just like, yeah, I don't really
stop
want to
thinking
watch
about it a
golf
little
because
bit.
fucking football
Well, and
season.
then like Keegan said it on something. I don't remember what I heard him on, but like they they need to figure out a way to incentivize players playing these things because the purses suck. Like he won the Zozo in 2022, but he didn't get any Ryder Cup points for that. So like that was a big factor in him not making the team.
Hmm.
He went further up the list. So Ryder Cup points the year prior to the Cup are based off majors and I think WGC events, the players in the tour championship, I think. It's not much. And so like in 2022, you didn't get many points. And then
Hmm.
starting January 1 is when points kick in for regular events.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah, it's
why
really dumb. What's the
would
point of
anybody
having
fucking
this
play?
false swing?
What's the point of playing in it? If they're gonna do this wraparound
I mean, it's
season,
basically
like
just like for the guys on the fringe who need the
yeah,
cash.
or guys that have sponsors and they have to.
Yeah.
But they need to figure out a way to fix that because it's fucking stupid. Why would anybody play it? Like, if you don't have a sponsor and you're not on the fringe, like you said, like that's fucking stupid to play. Take the time off. The season just ended. You
Yeah.
know? I don't know.
Yeah. Not a
That's my
good look.
bogey. I was looking at the schedule and I was just like, damn it, dude. Like, mainly for this. Like, god damn, we're gonna have to
What would be
drum
cool?
some shit up.
Yeah, well, I mean, what they should do, when I think they like the Zozos over in Japan and stuff, but like
Mhm.
you got to have do the international schedule in the fall so that golf is on at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
and ending
Well,
before football.
yeah. Well, a lot of
Set it
these are
up.
international, but they're like Mexico, Bermuda, and like that doesn't.
No, we
Like
we need
do like
Europe
you
and
said.
Asia.
Yeah.
We need golf on from 9 to 1, and that's it. Or I mean, earlier
Yeah,
than 9's
because
fine too. But I want to wake up, watch a little bit of golf, check my fantasy, check my bets, and then go straight into football. Because this
yeah,
fall, not a big golf year, but if it's on at 9 a.m., hell yeah, I'm going to watch that. It'd be perfect.
exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, that's a good fix for sure. For sure.
Get them
I don't
out, get
know.
them all out of the way. Play some DP World Tour events, whatever. Granted, it gets cold. Can't really. You got to be somewhere tropical for the fall.
Well,
So
yeah, you
that
go
probably has to deal with it. But
to
maybe go to like Japan, Thailand,
Asia, South
yeah,
Africa, like
Australia, South
Australia.
America. I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't help with the time zone, but
that
still,
doesn't
just
help at
start
all.
earlier.
No, that
Start
doesn't help at
earlier. Start
all.
earlier.
Yeah,
Well,
before it
shit. I
gets
mean,
too
the
hot.
weekends they start at like 2 o'clock. Just start early.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, you're right.
Just
Maybe that
don't. I mean, you can't be up against football. You're not going to happen.
nobody wins that.
The only other option is the window after the 4 o'clock games before the Sunday night game. You have an hour finish there that you can get into. But you got to work the times better in the fall for sure,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
incentivize some of these big dogs to play. Um, and you're good to go. Or just have like a race to the PGA Tour and have like Corn Ferry guys instead of like they have the end of the year Corn Ferry thing's pretty exciting, but like no
hmm
one watches it because the PGA stuff's going on. Have like a mini tournament
yeah, a points race
to
like get
get
into the
into
Masters or
the
something.
PGA Tour starting in January or something, or the Masters, whatever. Have something like
Yeah,
some crazy like fall schedule that's gonna like boost into the rest of the season. And that's why I think some of the if you have some Corn Ferry guys or whatever that like have a chance to make it something cool. I mean, again, we should be commissioners. It's so easy. There's a
it
lot of good
really
ideas
is.
out there. Just having a regular fall schedule like it is, like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. No one's watching
yeah.
that.
I don't know. Well, that being said, we got the Sanderson Farms Championship this weekend. Dude, it's bad. I was looking at it in order to like make a pick, and like, I mean, Aberg, I think
Aberg's
is by
fine.
far the biggest name, but Grillo, Keith Mitchell, S.H. Kim, Bo Hostler might be the next four. Like, those are the top five like names.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some other like probably better players, but name wise, I don't know. There's it's pretty bad.
Eric Cole,
Yeah, Akshay's
Sam
playing.
Ryder. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but he's like
There's
plus
some big dogs.
7,000. Some big dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Akshay. Shit, dude.
I
If
don't know.
Akshay's plus 7,000, I'm gonna bet on that.
Do it. But I mean, I don't know if I'll watch a second of it. If I'm being honest with you. Who's that
I'll be
like?
on a golf trip, so I will be watching zero of
Oh
that. Yes, that's
God,
correct.
I can't wait to. I can't wait to just be on the golf course, let alone a golf trip. Soon, soon.
Quit being a
Um,
sissy.
Yeah, well, I was my buddy asked me to go this weekend, but it's just not gonna work out for me. So
Yeah, Akshay is plus 7,000.
yeah, no, I wouldn't mind. Uh, yeah, I'm dadding it up this weekend. I got kids' birthday parties and shit. So golf is not on the radar, but it'll be soon. It'll be soon. You so you guys playing the same course every round this golf trip?
Yep. Yeah, it's just at the resort.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's pretty
Honestly,
sick. Don't
like
have to
I like
drive, don't
playing
have
all
to
the
do
different
anything.
courses, but yeah, trying like transportation is kind of a disaster sometimes. So that should be sweet. I'm gonna try to
Yep.
live
We're just there,
vicariously
brother.
through your guys' Snapchats and stuff.
I'll be sure to send you a bunch.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Well, you You got a pick for the Sanderson Farms Championship?
Yeah, I'm going
You
Joel
made one?
Damon plus 20,000.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Why not?
why not? Why is he plus 20,000 this weak ass field? He's due for a
Yeah,
win.
he kind of
But you do have
stinks.
some, yeah,
He's
he kind of
fun, but
sucks.
he stinks.
You got some good guys like Akshay in there. Akshay at plus 7,000. I missed that
Probably pretty
earlier.
good.
Probably a
Yeah,
great bet. Obviously Aberg is the favorite. Which
he's like
also
1100.
probably a great bet.
I don't feel like
Um,
plus 1100 is enough to
It's
get me
tough
in.
because I mean golf is just so
I
weird.
mean,
Like you got
you're
plenty of
about
guys
to
in
hear my
there.
pick. I
Who
think
you pick?
Aberg's gonna miss the cut.
Oh wow.
I got
It
Aberg to
might
miss the cut at plus 370. Dude, he might still be drunk. You kidding
plus
me?
370. You should say he might play good then.
To miss the cut, dude,
He might play good, drunk, hungover, happy,
he
free.
might.
That is a lot to come
He's
back
gonna
to a
be
tournament. Why is he playing
exhausted,
in this
dude.
tournament, dude?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I've got him to miss the cut at plus 370. I think he is so far gone, and he has ridden the highest of highs, and now where's the Sanderson Farms Championship even at? It's like some shithole in the Midwest. Like, I've never even heard of this tournament. Where's Sanderson Farms? It's probably like a sick course. I'm just like disparaging everything they've built themselves into.
Uh,
So Sanderson Farms Championship it's in Jackson, Mississippi. He's been in Rome for the last fucking week and a half, living
yeah, that
the
is
best
ridiculous.
the best weekend of his entire life. He's 22 years old. He just got out of college, and he's just spent a week and a half with all his fucking European heroes winning the Ryder Cup. He could care less about this tournament.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Because
I'm
you
a,
said all that, I'm gonna bet him to win. But
okay, cool. One of us will.
we're going down to Jackson.
Yeah. I I just think he's not even gonna show up. If he doesn't show
Yeah,
up,
I
does
mean
that
that
count as a
honestly, that
miscut?
is. I mean, he's
Does a
young.
with does a
He's young.
withdrawal count as a miscut? Yeah, he can also, yeah, he can rebound. He is young.
He's
I
young.
forget
That's
what
the only
that's
reason why he's
like.
playing in this thing. Like, but that is
Yeah.
insane at our age to even think about. Just
Yeah.
flying from Rome to Mississippi. Period. Not even golfing afterwards.
Just period. Just doing it.
Yeah.
It's like,
God,
man,
that's awful.
good job, dude.
I've been playing golf for 4 days straight. Yikes, dude. That is
Yeah.
crazy. Can't imagine why he's playing in that thing.
Who knows? But
I
that's my
guess he's got
pick.
to rack up
Plus
some.
370. It's not, I mean, it's not huge odds, but I think he's just not going to be in it. And you have Joel Damon plus 20,000. So
Yeah.
let's win some money.
We won't. Don't worry.
All right, Ken. Well, have a safe trip down to Wilmington. Send plenty of Snapchats.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Maybe we need to invest in some like GoPros, like golf cart GoPros. We can afford some of this. Yeah, that's probably no bad idea. Bad idea.
I should
Abort.
get some footage of
Abort.
other people. Yeah. Will be a lot of editing.
Oh, you don't want your own swing on there? You want to see your golf?
Well, yeah, we'll get my golf game, but there's some other
Ah,
characters that are probably funnier than I am.
some beauties.
Yeah.
See some flying elbows. Well, you guys enjoy your trip. Come back safe.
Yeah.
Need something to do next
Then
Tuesday
I
night.
go back on my other trip. So yeah.
God damn, dude. Got it made. Got it made. The King of Warrenton. All right, Ken. Well, we want to thank everyone for listening. Remember to subscribe to the pod, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's 5 stars, thumbs up, all that shit. Check us out on Twitter at Fairway Pod, on Instagram at Laying the Fairway Pod. And thank y'all for listening.
See y'all.